Supreme Court decided whether to restrict abortion drug nationwide. The Supreme Court said Wednesday it will consider whether to restrict access to a widely used abortion drug, even in states where the procedure is still allowed. The case concerned the drug mifepristone that, when coupled with another drug, is one of the most common abortion methods in the United States. The decision means where the conservative-leaning court will again wade into the abortion debate after overturning Roe v. Wade last year, altering the landscape of abortion rights nationwide and triggering more than half the states to outlaw or severely restrict the procedure. The new case could be decided by July, inserting the Supreme Court into the middle of the presidential election, where abortion access is once again a key issue. For now, mifepristone remains available and not subject to restriction the lower courts have said should be imposed on its use. The High Court determined in April that access to the drug will remain unchanged until the appeal process finishes. The Biden administration and a manufacturer of the drug are asking the justice to reverse a federal appeal over court decision that, if allowed to go into effect, will restrict access to the drug. At the same time, groups and doctors that oppose abortion want to justice to even further than conservative federal appeals court did, and hold that the initial 2000 approval of the drug was also unlawful. The White House said that the government will continue to support the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's safe and effective approval and regulation of the drug, as the Department of Justice continues defending the FDA actions before the Supreme Court. President Biden and Vice President Harris remain firmly committed to defending women's ability to access reproductive care. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a statement, Ilhan Hawley, an attorney with the Conservative Alliance Defending Freedom, which is representing the abortion pill challengers, urged the justice to agree with the lower court decision restricting access to the drug when they eventually decided the case. Every court so far has agreed that the FDA acted unlawfully in removing common sense safeguards for women and authorizing dangerous mail order abortions. We urge the Supreme Court to do the same. Central to the dispute in the scope of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration Authority to regulate mifepristone, a drug that medically communicated has deemed safe and effective. It has been used by millions of women across the country. In more than 2 decades it's been on the market. The drug was initially approved by FDA in 2000, but in 2016 and 19 and 2021, the FDA put in place a modification that will make the drug more easily accessible. These modifications were related to the issues such as dosing and in-person dispensing requirements. The changes are also allow the drug to be taken later in pregnancy. I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to subscribe.